people everywhere. We smoke that ganja, blow that smoke up in the air. They say we don't can have it, but we really don't care. Liberate the mind of the people everywhere. We all love them, everyone. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Leo.
Yeah, it's your boy Mikey.
Welcome to the Mikey Leo Show. So you got your housewife wanting to jump into Hollywood because it seems like, you know, it's such a fabulous stardom life, and I'm trying to tell them, like, now this is actually stripper culture. That's why strippers can make it. They like them hoes, women to show they titty, act black, you know, because even these educated women on those channels, you know, you have to add some blackness to it. You just can't be, well, this and the other in the game and how I feel it. Even as you raise, you got to be, nah, my man. You know what I'm saying? Showing up, child. You see what I'm saying? To even be, you know, interesting to them. You did.
I like that correlation you just made with, okay, how you got a regular housewife and you use the Housewives shows. And it's funny because those shows do not depict housewives at all.
Nah.
Ain't none of them chicks on, like, out of all those shows, like, okay, let's say the Housewives of Atlanta. Let's use that one. Let's use the black shit. It's only about 2 people on, not even, like, 1 person on that show that's actually married. So, or is it really the Housewives of Atlanta?
Well, just because they married don't really make them housewives, dog.
Exactly. And that's the thing. You put housewives in front of a stripper culture show, basically.
Exactly.
And you got these housewives thinking like, okay, I want to do that. They housewives. No, they not. This just the name of the damn show.
Man. You know, most common men can see that and see them. When you get ambitions to go into a society, see, it's easy for women that are housewives to see something glamorous and want that. Because, you know, everybody wants something shiny and different.
Shit, I want to be a Rolex. Hell yeah.
And all of that stuff, but we forget that ain't really got nothing to do with what a housewife is or what a marriage really is, because, you know, it ain't really no men on them. And when you do have a man on the show, he doing all the woman stuff.
I've watched these shows, and all of the marriages I've seen on these shows, if you come on a show in a marriage, when you leave that show, y'all getting divorced. It fucks up marriages.
It's over.
It fucks up marriages because you're overexposing yourself, and you're not. It's fake.
And you got this fake ass nigga. You dig what I'm saying? Going into the show for even going on them nigga. Okay. If my wife go on that show for some money, all she getting is coaching from me. A lot of
That's
coaching.
it. And I'm not even going to put myself on the camera like that.
Man, I ain't going on no motherfucking show like that. I'm going to be like, get them bitches hell.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Let's make our money and get out of there.
Right.
But as far as me going on the show and acting like gossipy and getting into it, motherfuckers like that, that's against the man code.
It is.
You got to do some push-ups for some shit like that.
You got to get punched in the chest for
Right,
that shit.
so here we are telling you for real. I understand sexuality, and it's good to express sexuality. But we also have to understand that sexuality is being used as a weapon, and we need a way to express it. And I wish in a way that you could be sexually free and mature, where people can express themselves, and society was mature enough to accept it without so many hang-ups and shit like that. But since that's not the case, you know, as black men and women, when you talk about relationships of family and housewife, you talking about, as a housewife, you agree to be a housewife, not just so you cannot work, not just so he can make the money, but it's to build a team and a foundation, because it's lonely out here in this world, man. It's hard by yourself. When you get together as a team, you see something like, hey, man, you got this contact. We could work this. I'm going to help get you through it. So I'm going to take care of all this shit, you know, no matter what it is, to help get you through it. And that's what the focus is to become this solid unit. In, like, if you got a corporation, you got all these departments in that bitch. Right. That's your team. You got this person to handle that. You got this person to handle that. You see what I'm saying? So they forget that and talk about just ghetto shit all day and call it Housewives, and now Real Housewives aspiring to be that, not knowing that, you know, it's a lot of exploitation and hoism in that.
Yeah, and it's scripted. It's not real. None of this shit is real.
They don't be just like go.
Right.
You have to stay prompter.
Yeah, they got sets and scenes and shit. It's a beginning and end. It's a narrative, and then it's funny they put Real Housewives. Ain't nothing about that shit real. I mean, probably back in the day when reality shows first started, when you had like the Real World and shit like that. That's when that shit was probably real. Even then, it was probably a little bit scripted.
I mean, somebody, when they pitched it,
Yeah,
they had to have a better scheme than, I want your money and I'm just gonna turn the cameras loose on celebrities. Don't feel like, nah.
it has to be a narrative.
Exactly.
You can't just put, blah, just throw some shit out
Yeah.
on TV,
Yeah.
or just or trying to put a story out there. A story has to have a beginning, middle, and an end. So even if it's supposed to be a real format, a reality scenario, it still has to be put and packaged as a story.
Right. And see, you have a business oriented mind.
Mm-hmm.
So you can come up with shit like that and say that to the people. Whereas people not thinking business oriented because they only following people that are business oriented. So they don't see that. Like that's how when, have you noticed, like, if you come up with a problem and you have like a whole bunch of evil, devilish motherfuckers, right? And even though you know that they evil, devilish motherfuckers, when you ask them about something, everybody seem to say the right thing. So everybody know the right shit to say. However, unless you done been in a certain situations, you ain't gonna know about them nuances. You know, you're not gonna know unless you've done that.
Right.
So you're not gonna be able to discuss that, man. We getting information from people who just read a post and that's it. That's their knowledge. You know, or they
Or just
see
read a
TV.
headline,
Yeah.
and just go with the headline.
Yeah.
I only do that on stories that I'm not really interested in.
Mm-hmm.
That I see fit is not really important to me in my life, so I do that. But if I see a headline that's kind of intriguing and I'm interested in, I'm just the type of person where I have to know everything. I don't like to go off of stuff that's out of context, because those like posts that you see and those headlines that you see, those are put out of context on purpose so it can pull you in.
Once again, you got a business educated mind.
Right.
Business savvy mind.
Yep.
That's why you can see that. Shows like The Real, you know, it's if you can watch it and just get from it like, wow, this is really entertaining.
That's
they
it.
just acting a fool.
Exactly.
That's it. But if you like, man, and bringing home like traits of that to your relationship,
Man, I be telling chicks that I'm like, don't sit up here and watch this shit and start bringing that drama into your relationship, because you know a lot of people don't know you can be easily influenced off of the shit you watch, especially if you believe it. You get what I mean? If you believe in that shit, you're gonna take that shit back and bestow it on your relationship, whatever scenario you put yourself in, you're gonna start becoming that. Like when I first started listening to hip hop, rap music, and shit like that, I had people to tell me like, "Hey, this shit ain't real, man." So when you listen to this shit, just look at it as entertainment. And these dudes have talent; they know how to put words together. But half of these motherfuckers are not living the life that they say they are, and that goes hand in hand with all this shit you see on TV and the media.
and the clickbait, all of that is together.
Yeah.
Let's just go back to when the internet first jumped off. Okay.
Like MySpace days and shit.
You know,
Or further back
you
than
know,
that.
Black Planet, you know.
Yeah,
you know, let's go way back. Chat rooms and shit.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know. Let's go back before then. Let's just say, you know, the internet jumped off. We got all of these connections, right? For you to have the internet, it don't matter if it wasn't nothing but the yellow pages on that bitch. For you to have the internet, you know, that was something.
Yeah.
You know, look at TV when they first started off.
For you to even have
It was a
TV.
bunch of white people in suits. You know, and then you had to be fashionable. You couldn't be rude. You know, and see that right there was the beginning of this, because it's just like a person when you introduce a drug to them. See, life is, if you introduce somebody to to the TV, when they first get it, it's all toned down. Just the fact of having it. You know, you can have a black and white. That's cool.
I'm just happy you
Gone with the Wind was the shit. And as black people, you know, whatever we could get, you know, on that was the shit.
Even if it was a mammy in there.
Right. So then it gets popular. Now it's through everybody's house. So now it's popular through everybody's house. Not everybody got to see it. So the shows, you know, to hold your attention, you know, now they coming up with nature shows. So you're like, ooh. Now you got National Geographic, ooh, History Channel, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Then, now you got soap operas, ooh, you got drama.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Now you got that. Then eventually, you know, you get tired of Days of Our Lives. So now it has to, you know, it's like a drug. You got to keep getting more and more of that drug.
You got to keep topping yourself.
Exactly. So now they saying bitch on and slapping them, you know, bitch, pah.
Hey, you predicted this though a while ago. You said in a minute. I remember you said this years ago. You was like, in a minute they gonna have fucking blood sports on TV. Watch and voila, poof, you got UFC.
And it's gonna get worse.
You
get what I'm
people
saying?
get killed on
and
TV.
it has to get worse. I mean they have faces of death.
Well, we see people get killed on the internet. Motherfuckers getting their heads chopped off
All
and
kinds of
shit.
shit,
Niggas getting
man.
shot and shit.
And
so.
I'd be like, okay, this guy, he was a cop, you know. He was like, hey man, this nigga got shot, man. You want to see it, man? They had to light his ass up.
Oh no,
nigga, no. No, I don't want to see that,
I
man.
want to be desensitized like that.
Nah, man. I want to, when I see death, I want to be like, oh, shit is death.
You still want to be a human.
Respect it and prayers up. And
Yeah.
I want to go through my rituals and lift that spirit up to the heavens. I don't want to be like, world star, nigga got shot in the face. You know, I don't want to be that dude.
That's some pussy nigga shit. That's some bitch ass shit right there.
Yeah, man. And see, that's what you getting now. So that's why Instagram was all these women showing off, man. Because, man, you click on a thing, you going down there, and you know how the videos just start scrolling up.
Yeah.
And then it comes across a pretty girl, right? And then music start playing. And I'm like, oh, she finna go or something. Because, you know, I like to see talent. And I'm used to seeing talent.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, she finna go. And then she start lip syncing.
No time.
And making just like stupid ass faces.
Yeah.
And it's like,
that's supposed to be cute, bro. That's what they.
yeah. And it's like, what the fuck? And you go to the bottom and you see wifey. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, you got so much skill. And it's like, no, you don't. But anyway, that's just something to think about at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say thank you for tuning in to Mikey Leo, the melanated father and son duo, just two grown men, talking about things that matters. Until the next time you bless us with your eardrums, love yourselves, and be free. People everywhere, we smoke that ganja, blow that smoke up in the air. They say we don't can have it, but we really don't care. Liberate the mind of the people everywhere. We all love marijuana. People everywhere, we smoke that ganja, blow that smoke up in the air. They say we don't can have it, but we really don't care. Liberate the mind of the people everywhere. We all love marijuana.
Tip top papers, Garcia Vegas, Swisher sweet billet blunts wrapped around grape bud. Whatever you got the taste for, wrap it up and flame up. As long as you got sticky and some buzz that you can't break up. They say don't take drugs, but that stuff made up. Drugs all made up, cause herbs from nature. So let your mind get high, let your soul live high. Uplift the people, baby, ain't that what we live by? Let the stress get by, let the pain slip by. Deadlines on the line, the ganja will make you fine. Slow down and take your time and see what place you find. When you escape your mind and let your feet skate the sky. Tell us don't touch that, but then they make blunt raps. We sell it to the hood, to anybody with a dub sack. To cash driving Cadillacs, to kids with a lunch sack. So fuck you gon' get a bag, then get a world of drag.
People everywhere, we smoke that ganja, blow that smoke up in the air. They say we don't can have it, but we really don't care. Liberate the mind of the people everywhere. We all love marijuana. People everywhere, we smoke that ganja, blow that smoke up in the air. They say we don't can have it, but we really don't care. Liberate the mind of the people everywhere. We all love marijuana.
The world's gone ganja crazy, living in the ganja nation, feeling like a ganja patient, but I'm fully conscious, baby. Eyes wide open, even though they looking low. And I'm moving with the best, even though I'm moving slow. And I did have a problem, but I blew it up in smoke. Now I ain't worried about a thing, cause we supposed to let it go. So instead I sing a note, cigarilla full of dro. How come you acting like dro is the only bud you know? I got Medibud, Euphoria, bubblegum, cola, white widow, max tie stick and hash plant, master kush, bubble kush, blue mystic, grapefruit, ice and early misty. I got strawberry coffee, G13 haze, northern lights, mango, super silver haze, purple power blue, pure power plant. Now everybody pick one to feel the power of the plant.
People everywhere, we smoke that ganja, blow that smoke up in the air. They say we don't can have it, but we really don't care. Liberate the mind of the people everywhere. We all love marijuana. People everywhere, we smoke that ganja, blow that smoke up in the air. They say we don't can have it, but we really don't care. Liberate the mind of the people everywhere. We all love marijuana.
Yeah, man. When you see me, you see LDP. I'll let you, boy.